Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 1st of December 2022. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I always think the first day of the new month is significant because it gives us clues as to what that day is going to be like, but also the month overall. So I'm really interested to see what the cards have to say about this day. And that's why I'm using the Celestial Tarot. I love this deck. It combines the tarot with astrological symbols. And then, of course, we have the numbers. So for me, this is perfect because I'm able to combine all three to get the message. So it's the only deck that I'm able to do that with, really. So let's see what the cards have to say about this day and what energy is coming up. Okay, so Thursday, the 1st of December. Thursday, the 1st. Okay, so we've got Cardinal Earth, the King of Pentacles. Okay, he's very good at managing work situations, anything official, any kind of concerns that have to do with money or work, anything that can be resolved with you rolling up your sleeves and saying, okay, let's get to work here, let's make something happen with this. The King of Pentacles really supports you in those areas. So if you have any work things going on, or if you're looking to move, or practical circumstances are taking up a lot of your time and focus, the King is really an amazing card to appear because he's in charge of the element. So by extension, you're in charge of the element today. Next card, Ophiuchus, which is the 13th sign in the zodiac, and he's in between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Which is really interesting, actually, because Scorpio is very much about healing, transformation, and change. And Ophiuchus with the, is it caduceus? The healing symbol here. He is very much about healing and transformation. But the Sagittarius element is about adventure and education and learning and broadening your horizons. So he's not someone who simply heals, he's someone who studies in order to find new methods and to continue growing in order to continue as a healer that is constantly learning and developing. So that's very interesting that we have this via this deck. The Five of Cups in itself is a card that usually talks about your perspective, being overly focused on things that haven't worked out, and having to kind of make an effort to focus on the positive and to look at what can happen and what is good in your life and what you can be grateful for. So the Five of Cups is always a reminder that it's important to maintain a positive frame of mind, because that's what's going to help you out of whatever situation you're facing. But then because we've got Ophiuchus here, it's saying that if you have any personal issues that are difficult, on this day you can learn and discover things which will allow you to heal yourself. So it's the combination of Scorpio and Sagittarius. I attain and acquire knowledge and info, which I can then use to heal personally. So what this says to me, with the King of Pentacles influencing this card, is you're very willing to do the inner work to heal. And also because this is an Earth card, Capricorn is Earth, Pentacles is Earth, I feel that you'll get some sort of idea in this process of inner healing that says, hey, in a practical way, this would be really good for me. So maybe I should move. Maybe I should take a trip to this place that I've always dreamt of going. And I've just overcome this in myself. How can I reward myself as a result? That's really the vibe that I'm getting, that you're willing to do the inner work. And then you kind of reflect on that in a practical way and say, okay, now that I am better, or now that I have done this managed this difficult task, what practical thing could I do that's actually going to return something to me, that's going to enrich me even more? So like a trip or a move or visiting a location that you find absolutely beautiful. Okay, the final card, Canis Minor, we've got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a tendency to sit in bed at 3 in the morning and to worry and to be afraid of what's coming next and how am I going to manage these situations. So, that only happens when you're in a state of anxiety and you feel like you've got so much on your plate that you can't manage it all and you're just dreading the coming day. It's too much. So with the Nine of Swords here, we've got, first of all, Canis Minor. Please tell me what this means in Latin. I never took Latin at school, but I think it means the little dog, right? And little dogs are less threatening than giant Dobermans. So the worries here, it's because what the cards are saying is the concerns and the worries and the anxiety is mainly because you've got so many things on at once that you're spread a little bit thin. It's not because the actual things happening are so life-changing and important. It's just there's too much going on and you're trying to multitask and split yourself in lots of different directions and you're only one person. So this card is saying the first thing to do is not to overburden yourself on this day. Make it manageable. And if you have a to-do list with 25 things on it, really just pick the things that need doing and try and get it down to 5 or 10 things at the most. Uranus is about the miraculous, the unexpected, and its chaos. It's I'm adding to this now via astrology, but Uranus is in Taurus at the moment, so it may be upheaval in your practical circumstances, but just because this is swords, it may be upheaval in your thinking. I'm not quite sure, I'm doing too much, I'm a little bit rattled, confused. Gemini is the king of multitasking, and that's probably what got you to the Nine of Swords, because Gemini is quick, it likes to get lots of things done, and it prides itself on productivity and effectiveness and the speed and momentum you've got in doing things. So with that, you can manage, and you can multitask, but please don't overburden and overwhelm yourself to the point where you can do nothing. Ophiuchus is looking at the little dog, and Ophiuchus may be willing, so you may be willing, to look at this tendency to worry or to ruminate. Please feel free to disagree with me in the comments, but what I think worry is about, it's trying to get all your ducks in a row so that you're prepared for when the situation comes. So it serves as kind of an insurance policy. You're assuming the worst. If the worst happens, then at least I've thought about it and I won't be completely shocked, and I maybe even have a plan B in mind if I mentally prepare for it through worry. And the problem with that is that most things that we worry about never come to pass. 99% of the things we worry about don't actually happen. So Ophiuchus, and if this is something that you struggle with, on this day you're able to make major progress, if not completely heal, or at least become aware of it and say, I'm going to do things differently. This tendency to worry, and you're able to put that to bed. So these two are very, very focused on affecting some sort of a change through hard work. So pick one of the things, if it's not worry or rumination, pick one of the things internally, mentally in your life that is causing you difficulty. If you assume the worst immediately, or you're easily discouraged, or you're super self-critical, then look at those things and say, I'm going to make the decision not to do this to myself. Instead, I'm going to heal it, try and see where it comes from and understand it so that I don't have to engage on this level anymore. So it's an amazing day of personal healing and being able to work on the self. The one thing I'm just getting as I'm finishing this is that one thing to avoid or to be cautious of is oversharing. And especially if you're in a chaotic state or really worried, it becomes easy to share it because you want someone to maybe help you, but just if you are sharing every little detail, make sure you're sharing it with people you actually trust so you don't cause more problems. Number-wise, we've got a king, which is 1, and 5 is 6. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 is a temporary opportunity. So this is a personal opportunity for healing. on this day. Oh, and because it is the 1st of December, it looks like December is a month where we can really sort ourselves out internally. And then our practical lives as a result, because that's what manifests. The inner is then manifested in the outer. So you can make a decision on this day and in December that then means your physical 3D life on planet Earth here is going to look very different as a result. Wow. Okay, so that's super encouraging. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, please. Hit subscribe and share it online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.